must be the only pony in the universe that's worried about her cutie mark.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Any pony else want to panic with me? No?
Hello every pony and welcome back to My Little Pony What Works. Today we look at Bloom and Gloom, and since it's being written by Josh Haber, we'll also have a look at how it improves on the last Apple Bloom-centric Cutie Mark episode. After Babsy gets her Cutie Mark, off-screen, Apple Bloom starts to worry about the repercussions of actually getting a Cutie Mark. Like, what happens if she's stuck with a Cutie Mark she doesn't like? Or how will getting a Cutie Mark affect being part of the Cutie Mark Crusaders? Or what if she doesn't get a Cutie Mark that's Apple-related? Applejack says to sleep on it, and you see where this is going. Today's story completes the CMC Dream trilogy, which started in Season 3 with Sleepless in Ponyville. In comparison to the other episodes, in terms of the dream itself, the nightmare is prevalent for 80% of the story. In Sleepless in Ponyville, the dream was placed in two spots, showing the growth of Skulu's inner fear. In For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils, the dream took up the second act, progressing Sweetie's guilt. In today's episode, each sequence shows Apple Bloom's anxiety, as she mentioned at the beginning of the first act. Getting a Cutie Mark she didn't want, getting a Cutie Mark before the rest of her friends, and getting a mark that's not Apple-related. While we're on the dream itself, I admire the pacing of the dream sequences. Once we saw the pest pony show up out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly, I knew Apple Bloom was experiencing a dream. Hell, that's why I didn't mind certain inconsistencies, like only a pest pony can round up Twitter mice, or Skulu and Sweetie Belle defriending her. It was all in Apple Bloom's mind. Actually, this sort of confirms that Sweetie Belle was in the driver's seat in her dream during the nightmare sequence. As for our focus character, let's compare this to the last time Apple Bloom worried about her Cutie Mark. Both episodes have their similarities in Apple Bloom getting her Cutie Mark, although the Cutie Pox was more about the patience of getting a Cutie Mark, while this week was about the eventual consequences of getting the Cutie Mark. Come to think of it, it's not exactly an improvement on the Cutie Pox, but more of an addendum to the episode. The only thing that improves is the moral actually sticks with Apple Bloom in the end. And I'm glad Apple Bloom's character development addresses what happens after. What does one change mean for everything else? And oh my god, it's the CMC version of Princess Twilight Sparkle and it's about time. How did I not know this until now? Oh yeah, and Luna's in it. Nothing's changed since the Sweetie Belle episode, although she has gained a sense of humor. Yeah, don't care. On to the technicals! Now we have the technical portion of the episode, or as I call it, spot the changes in each dream sequence. I love spotting all the alterations in each stage of the dream, from the breakfast food to the rooster crowing. It's a fun little game to play on your second watch through. Another thing that's a ton of fun, which I shamelessly forgot to mention in the Cutie Map review, was that the use of shadow and lighting is gorgeous. The sun rising in the first dream and the heavy shadows in the forest were big standouts in terms of lighting. The lullaby was a cute addition, but I wouldn't count it towards the music portion of my grading system since it acts as a small bookend. As for the score, it's trance-like when Luna finally enters the picture, 2/3 of the way through, and for the rest, you can hear the music grow more and more distorted as Apple Bloom's worries grow. This episode had a chunk of fun moments spread throughout, most of it spent looking at how insane the dream sequences could get. It was also a great pleasure to hear continuity callbacks to other episodes such as Swarm of the Century and Twilight Time. And here's where I'm going to make some enemies. My investment in the episode unfortunately started to wander after the second dream sequence. It was the same deja vu moment with no change in the opening dialogue from Applejack. The exception, of course, was the inflection in her voice the third time. But when I knew which segment was next, it started to become a little tedious. As much as I prefer Luna to be the outcast with the jealousy of her sister still lingering, she makes a great mediator to the CMC for their problems. Luna helps deliver a very mature self-image moral to Apple Bloom.
I guess I'm pretty worried about getting my cutie mark.
Well, that is the same as worrying about who you are. That is all a cutie mark is. If you cannot accept who you are, your life might seem like a bad dream.
But if I like who I am, do you think other ponies will too?
Of course.
Then it doesn't matter what my cutie mark is.
Following this exchange, the girls' conclusion of the meeting have them learn no matter what, getting a cutie mark does not affect who they are or how everyone feels about them. Simple, but mature moral to learn for the girls. Alrighty, let's recap. The story completes the Dream trilogy with a creative narrative structure and character development that actually sticks with the focus character. It It was a visual treat to look at, whether you were spotting differences in each dream, or admiring the facts, which were completed by a trippy score. A fun episode to watch, although it did get tedious with each passing sequence, and a simple but mature moral was learned by Apple Bloom and the CMC. As a result, I rank this episode with a 3.5 stars out of 4 rating. Next time, we welcome back Cindy Morrow to the writing staff as she brings us Thanks for the Memories. Until then, I'm the voice of reason, and I'll see you next time.